So, this could be really, really good, actually. This could be very, very good, financially speaking, anyway. Who knows what it's going to be quality-wise. We will see. We've had the first reviews, of course, of Predator Badlands, but now we're getting the box office projections/predictions. I will say, very late in the day to be getting these. Normally, we have box office predictions long range, and then they revise them as they come up, and then they revise them again. Typically, I mean, we're like a week out, and they're like, oh, guys, here's some box office predictions. You're like, what? Where was that 6 months ago? Very, very odd. Genuinely quite a surprise, actually, that they have waited this long to give some box office predictions, especially considering they've been ramping up the marketing, which I have seen all of the trailers and all of the clips, and as much as I like them, I'm not going to do a video on every single one. Some of it looks really good, though, even though some of the reviews were a bit sus, to say the least. So anyway, let's take a look at this, right? Will Predator Badlands break $250 million at the box office? Now, if it did that, still wouldn't break even. It still wouldn't break even. And that's because the budget is said to be about $100 million. So it needs $200 million to break even just on the budget. It would have had some tax breaks. I'm not 100% certain what those tax breaks are. I know that New Zealand does, generally speaking, give quite a generous tax break. So it will, I mean, it needs less than $200 million because of the tax breaks, but without going into the minutiae and also knowing the minutiae, we can't really say. But then it would have also had a fairly high marketing budget. It's been doing quite a lot of marketing, actually. I don't know why they've done such a ramp up. It does seem to be the thing with 20th Century Fox, now Studios, properties, is that they just pour marketing out, which I think is actually to the detriment of the property, but whatever, because you saturate the market so much that by the time the film comes out, you're kind of left going, well, I think I've seen a lot of it, actually. I'll wait for streaming, because that's the thing, right? You can just wait for streaming now. So it's like, well, I think that there's definitely an argument to be had for less marketing. But anyway, I digress. Hit subscribe, by the way, if you are new here and you enjoy videos like this. But let's take a look. So the first estimates for Predator Badlands performing at the box office are in from Sinolytic, which is someone which I've never dealt with them. I've never looked at their stuff. I don't know how good they are. But they're a box office prediction site. And they're saying that the Badlands will do about $99.1 million domestic and $154.8 million internationally, giving it a worldwide box office gross of $253.9 million, which is pretty good. Well, that's not bad, for this kind of movie. That's not bad at all. In fact, that would put it, pretty middle of the road. Adjusted for inflation. Pretty middle of the road for everything, actually. Not the highest by any stretch, but not bad. Not bad at all. So Sinolytic are estimating that it will earn a domestic total of between $48.7 million and $189.2 million. Internationally, between 76.3. So overall, about $50 million opening weekend is what they think. Maybe. And then just sort of upwards from there, like I said, to reach that overall gross. It's an interesting turn of events. We'll take a look actually at, well, not here. Where is it? Here, sorry. The global total, right? This is what they think. And the reason why they think this is because Prey and Predator, Killer of Killers, they think that the hype from that is what would boost this. So I think it's interesting. To have an opening weekend of $50 million. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. To put it into perspective, The Predator, the last movie that we had, The Predator had 159.5, which adjusted for inflation is 205 million. So it's not actually, and that there was reasonable hype for that film, reasonable hype. So it's not outside the realms of possibility that this movie could do $253.9 million opening weekend. There just isn't. That could be really good for this movie. That could be really, really, really good. It's interesting. I do wonder whether they're hedging their bets a little bit too much. Again, $100 million production budget. I don't know. Could it? That is also actually the highest production budget of all time. Which is pretty mad, actually, when you think about it. Now, that's unadjusted for inflation. But that's still the highest production budget of all time. Yeah, this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Aliens vs. Predator. I remember there was a lot of hype for that film back in the day. That did nearly $300 million opening weekend. Adjusted for inflation. Gotta keep saying that. But it is interesting. Really is interesting. PG-13, 12A. That will help the box office. Again, AVP had that, so maybe that's why they're doing it. Didn't really help AVP, they did it. Good lord. Good lord. So that could be really, really good. However, Box Office Theory, which is another prediction website, which I've actually looked at before, they're predicting it to have a domestic total as low as $39 million towards a high of $60 million. Which is significantly less. Significantly less. I actually think $60 million is a little bit more realistic almost. I don't know. I think there's definitely excitement for this movie, but how much of it, who knows? But could be good. Could be really, really good. Could be a banger, in fact. Could be the third best of all time. Even adjusted for inflation, the third best of all time. What do you guys think? Are you going to watch this or not? Thoughts down below. Bye now.